35 years ago, Congress passed the Voter Rights Act of 1965. It was a few days after Bloody Sunday in Selma, Alabama. President Lyndon Johnson went before both houses of Congress and gave a speech. Many thought that would be the turning point in voting rights in this country. Here we are 54 years later, and we find ourselves fighting the same battle. It seems that Republicans have decided that their approach to winning elections will be by voting rights abuse and disfranchising Black and brown citizens and voters. To date, over 250 new proposed laws in 43 states, 20 alone in the state of Georgia, were proposed to change voting procedures under the disguise of preventing voting abuse. You take Georgia. Late President Trump claimed the election in Georgia was fraudulent, that there was many people who voted that should not have voted. The Georgia officials, Republicans, both governor and secretary of state and other officials, claimed that it was the safest election ever in the state of Georgia. So why have they proposed 20 bills to change election procedures? Well, it's to disenfranchise Black and brown people. The proposed changes is like eliminating voting on the weekends, especially Sunday, and that will affect the effective technique called Souls to the Polls, in which Black churches, after services, took individuals to the polls to vote. Eliminating mail-in voting, and other techniques. Now, we also see this across the nation. It seems the Republicans are convinced that the only way they can win is changing rules to the game. In Congress now, and just recently passed in the House of Representatives, was the Voting Rights Act, an amendment to the voting rights that will guarantee Congress the authority to review and approve or disapprove any new procedure put in place by states. The election clause of the Constitution gives Congress that authority. Now, this is an extremely important legislation. The Republicans do not want another Georgia to happen. The Democrats know that if we can get voters out, especially Black and brown people, we can keep Georgia blue, and we can turn Mississippi, that has about 47% African-American population, and Alabama, can turn those blue. Texas has been on the verge of turning because of the large Hispanic vote. Republicans know this, Democrats know this. So this Voting Rights Act in Congress is extremely important. Now, we have to remember now, Republicans are talking about filibuster, don't eliminate the filibuster, keep it fair. Well, they did not keep it fair when they had power in the Senate. They passed the tax cut that favored the rich in this country by procedures that he sidestepped the filibuster. It was a straight up vote. Democrats said need to do that. And in fact, in my opinion, they need to eliminate the filibuster. So the next couple of weeks, it's going to be very important to see which way the wind blows in the Senate, because the House already passed this voting rights bill. It's up to the Senate. Chuck Schumer indicated that they'll put it on the floor and they'll see. They would probably get no Republican support. But we need to pass it with no Republican support. Just my opinion. Thank you.